Oh, my word. I am a registered Republican. My dad was the president of American Pipeliners Association, so I came by it rather naturally. Voted for the president, supported him, but I really want to apologize. I mean, I'm looking at this awful picture of the Obamas. What an embarrassment to our country. All this man does is tell lies. He is not worthy of the presidency. He takes bribes blatantly, and now he's being a racist blatantly. They were supposed to deport the dangerous criminals. They were not supposed to go after small children, storm schools, bring terror upon, the little kids and the women and children, not just the immigrants in the school. All the children are scared. This is not a decent man. This is not an honest man. He openly takes bribes. He's pathetic as a president, and I just want to apologize to everybody in the country for supporting this rotten man.
Ah, yes. Who can forget when Donald Trump did that racist thing that one time? Like when he suggested that a group of 15-year-old black and brown boys should be executed for a crime they didn't commit, or when he spent years accusing Barack Obama of not being actually born in this country, or when he suggested that Mexicans are all violent criminals and are poisoning the blood of this nation, or when he tried to keep Muslims from actually entering the country. Oh, you're talking about the thing that happened last week. My bad. Got it. So anyway, here is Laura Ingraham and Caroline Levitt, because the beatings will continue until memory improves.
It's been issue after issue. At the same time, and I know you've been dealing with this today, but Donald Trump's Truth Social post set off a firestorm online. I only noticed it this morning because I was writing, but it was a video that he had posted portraying Michelle and Barack Obama with an ape motif, and I guess there were other politicians who were portrayed in other animal motifs as an internet meme. Tim Scott, the senator, obviously African-American, said he was praying it was fake because it was the most racist thing he'd ever seen out of the White House. The president should remove it. Caroline, I know the president did remove it, deleted it, but it was up for, I think, 12 hours or something like that. How did this happen, and can you really throw a staffer under the bus for this?
Well, look, Laura, it was a meme that was posted by a staffer on the president's Truth Social account. It was from a Lion King video depicting, as you pointed out, different Democrats as different animals. I think Kamala Harris was depicted as a turtle in this video meme. The president did take it down. He spoke with lawmakers today out of respect for them, including Senator Tim Scott. The post was removed. But leave it to the leftist media, of course, to talk about this all day.
Oh, okay. So the racist video posted to the president of the United States social media account actually had Kamala Harris as a turtle. So that means that having the Obamas depicted as primates can't possibly be racist because Kamala, who's also black, was represented as a turtle. Who knew this administration was so knowledgeable about the interface of zoology and racism? Also, just so we are all very clear here, these people run the country, all right? So I'm starting to think that Trump's dementia might be a little bit contagious. In that case, here is a brief history of Trump's long and sordid romance with racism.
It's time to debunk two big myths about Donald Trump and black people. Myth number one.
I haven't heard anything about Donald Trump being racist until he ran for president and won.
Not true. Trump's history of racism goes back decades. The Nixon administration sued him for refusing to rent to black people in the 1970s. He led a lynch mob against 5 innocent black and brown teenagers in the Central Park 5 case in the 1980s. He claimed that
a well-educated black has a tremendous advantage over a well-educated white.
He was fined for racial discrimination at his casinos in the 1990s. He used racist language to fight against Native American casinos.
They don't look like Indians to me.
And he was quoted as saying he didn't want black people counting his money, only Jews. Then he led a 5.5-year racist campaign challenging President Obama's birth certificate.
You have people now down there searching, in Hawaii.
Absolutely. And they cannot believe what they're finding.
Heck, even Republicans knew he was racist.
Man that chooses not to disavow the KKK. That's not who we want as president.
Here's Lindsey Graham.
He's a race-baiting, xenophobic, religious bigot.
And his top black aide, Omarosa.
Donald Trump will go down as the most racist
precedent in the history of our nation.
Even his future White House press secretary.
Me, a racist statement's a racist statement. I don't like what Donald Trump said.
Yeah, we knew.
Full disclosure, I knew about most of those things, but I did not know about him saying that he didn't want black people to count as money, only Jews. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know whether to laugh or to just light myself on fire. But hey, if people are, I guess, now realizing that Trump is a racist, then that's a good thing, I guess, even if it's because of a really crappy AI generated video. Why not at this point, right? We are living in the stupidest of stupid times. So let's check back in on this oxymoronic mythical figure known as the apologetic Trump voter.
John, did you vote for him in all 3 elections?
I did. I was sucked into the stupidity of creating jobs, and there are no more jobs in New Mexico. Things are worse than they were before. You cannot find a primary care physician. Our governor just passed some laws to try to help. If you are a young physician, we want you in New Mexico. Come here. There's a great need for you.
Sow, reap, actions, consequences. It's like a Hegelian dialectic of stupidity. But hey, at least the economy is doing really great, or at least that's what Caroline Leavitt was saying earlier, right? I mean, she wouldn't lie. She wears a cross around her neck, which makes it impossible to lie. It's like a supernatural amulet. She must therefore be a morally righteous and always honest person. Wink, wink, sarcasm.
Okay, now this. A new poll shows 59% of voters disapprove of President Trump's handling of the economy. That's his worst rating on the economy since he took office. That was back in 2017. Griff Jenkins joining us this morning. Why are you laughing?
Well, because, listen, that's a terrible number.
Oh, come on. Who among us isn't currently planning our next Dow Jones party where we all get together and celebrate how great the stock market that we can't afford to invest in is doing? To summarize the comedian Mike Drucker, it's like they're scheming in the White House going, okay, maybe the racism will distract from the Epstein files, which will distract from ICE killing U.S. citizens, which will distract from the Epstein files, which will distract from the economy, which will further distract from the Epstein files. I'm starting to think that everything's a distraction, to be perfectly honest with you. But even if Trump's racism is a distraction, it's still racism, and it should be called out immediately. So when folks like this see the light, when these callers suddenly go, oh my gosh, what have I done? That is a good thing. But I think it should also serve as a reminder that this is a cultural issue. The idea of ignoring the past, of having this sort of collective amnesia, is endemic to the modern American psyche. Okay. We do not like to look at our own past, whether it's Trump's or the nation's more broadly. You know what I mean? Like, we like being able to imagine our past and mythologize it, but actually facing it head on is a totally different story. So yes, this guy should be celebrated for recognizing that Trump is a racist, but this should also not make us forget that this is a bigger issue than any one individual. Also, let's just say for a second it was a staffer who posted this video. Could we maybe not have a staffer, which is like full reign over the president of the United States social media, the same account he uses to announce policy decisions or military operations? I don't know. I'm just spitballing, because when this administration's excuse also brings into the fold even more problems, I don't know. Again, I'm starting to think that these people shouldn't be running the country, because I don't think they're good at it. Anyway, I'll see you next time, folks.